Hello, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me here. My name is Charity, and this message is for Aries. So this is going to be a you and them love reading. I'll have your cards on one side and your person's cards on the other. This is someone you are connected to energetically, romantically, someone that you are thinking about, and someone who is thinking about you. I am recording this message for the energies of February, but I do ask these readings to be timeless and give you something you need to hear when you need to hear it. So for your cards, Aries, I will be using the Mystical Manga Tarot by Rand and Barbara Moore. For your person, the Fortune Telling Tarot deck by Yoshitaka Amano. And if clarifiers are needed, I do have a Rider-Waite deck on each side. So I'm going to be using a Rider-Waite as your clarifiers and a Rider-Waite as your person's. Now, this is something I do in personal readings. It makes it a little more in-depth. I don't usually do it on my main readings because I try to keep them a little quicker, but I feel like this is February. It's traditionally the month of love, so it's a great time to take a little bit of an in-depth look, see what your guides have for you. So I'm excited to see what comes through in these February messages. They do feel like, I don't know, like they could be extra special. There's just something as I sat down to prepare for these readings that, I don't know, my guides were just telling me there's something here, there's something unique. So if you have found this message, thank you. Thank you so much for joining me, and let's go ahead and get into it. Spirit, for what is the heart of the matter? I'm going to get your cards first, Aries, then the cards of the person that is coming towards you or on your mind. What is the heart of the matter for Aries? What is Aries thinking overall about this connection right now? What are some things going on in the daily life that be affecting the connection? What is happening in your heart space? How are you feeling about your person? What intentions do you have towards this connection? And what is a potential outcome in the near future for whenever these energies are meant to unfold? We do have, it's interesting, your cards are a little jumpy the way they're coming out. It's an interesting energy here, but we do have a Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Virgo energy could be significant here, strong in your chart or your person's, but for me, this is, coming together with someone that you do feel like you could potentially see yourself with, maybe long-term, something that could be stable, something that could be serious. Now, with this being on the bottom of the deck, you could be feeling this, but maybe there's some aspect of it that you aren't 100% sure about, but there's something about this that you just, that you just feel, and that there really could be something that is long-term, that is lasting, that is coming up for you. So let's get the cards for your person. We already had one jump out for the heart of the matter. It just jumped right out of the car, out into the air. And it's interesting because it's a Chariot, which is a forward moving energy. So I do feel like there's something about this person that is, I don't know, it's like kind of excited and doesn't really want to waste any time or wait any longer to move this forward if it has taken a minute. So what are some things going on in the daily life? The daily life could be affecting this connection. What is happening in the heart space? What intentions does this person have towards the connection? And what, oh my goodness, yeah, these cards just flew out. I have to get them. They went way under my chair. Okay. Interesting. Okay. And a potential outcome in the near future for whenever you are meant to hear this message. And sorry about the distraction. Your person's cards are just kind of like flying. So let's get one more potential outcome card. And another one just jumped out. Okay. And we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Aries and Aquarius energy could be significant here, but you are clearly on somebody's mind. There is just this desire to just go, take a leap, see what can happen. This is like cleared karma. It's 0 point. It's a fresh start and it's a new beginning. And I do feel like I'm getting this sense like this is somebody that if they have taken some time, they don't want to they don't want to waste, they don't want to drag their feet, like they really do want to go for it, but they also want to leave any like challenges or conflict or stress like in the past. It's like they want to go for it, but they also don't want to like stir up any drama. So very interesting, just the initial energies. And I'm already getting like a really strong sense about this connection, just the way the cards like were all just kind of flying as I got started. But heart of the matter for you, we have the 9 of Cups. Pisces energy could be significant, but this can be, something that feels like it could be a wish come true. Hoping for something, wishing for something. It also can be feeling like this person, could be that one that you could be really happy with. This is good times. This is good news. In ancient tarot, this was like considered the wish card. Like if the 9 of Cups came out, you could just make a wish right then, and whatever you wished for could come true. And it's very old school style of reading, and there's so many different styles. I've been studying this for so many years, but when I saw this, I just thought of like the ancient wish card, and like maybe you have been making a wish. Maybe you have been hoping. Well, this month here in February could definitely be the time that some things begin to unfold. Interesting also that it is specifically Pisces energy, which Pisces season starts towards the end of February. So I feel like if there's something that you are wishing for and hoping for right now, it could definitely be unfolding here this month, middle to late in the month. Some things could really begin to come through, maybe in a way you hadn't expected, but it is good news. It is very, very positive. For your person, we have the Chariot, and once again, that card, it flew straight up, which is not something like I normally see, and I kind of had to catch it as it came down, and it feels like something has just come into this person's realization when it comes to you, and it could have been, something new, something different. Could have just been out of the blue. They could have just been going about their life, doing their thing or whatever, and then all of a sudden they thought of you and they knew. Like, with the energy of that, just the way the card just kind of popped up, it reminded me of like the old school cartoons when there's like a light bulb comes up over the head of the character. Like, I feel like that's what happened here with this person, and it's just this feeling all of a sudden of, oh my gosh, it's got to be Aries. That's who I want to move forward with. And it also reminds me, because like at the same time they have that realization, we have the Chariot, which is like, let's go, let's move forward. If I didn't mention, Cancer energy could be significant here, but it reminds me of when Harry met Sally, and that's another old movie, and I don't know why I'm having all of these like way back references. It's really funny. But when Harry says, when you realize who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want the rest of your life to start as quickly as possible. That's always been one of my favorite lines. And it is the energy of the way this came out. It was like the realization and the need to move forward all at once just happen. And I do feel like that is exactly what's going on here. Now, the Chariot, I always feel like it can kind of come after a time of balancing things out, after a time of healing. So if somebody had been kind of like maybe moving slow or taking some time or healing or working through something, this could definitely be the moment when they realize, I don't want to wait anymore. We're never going to be in exactly the right place. We're never going to be all the way perfect or even all the way healed. There's certain things that we go through that on some level will stay with us, but at some point you've just got to go for it. And I feel like that's what's happening with your person. In your daily life, this kind of flew out in reverse, which is interesting because with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, it could be almost like thinking in this connection, like, do I want to keep putting in the work and the time and the energy? Is this really gonna pay off? It can almost be a feeling of like, should I keep going? Should I take these steps? Will it pay off? Will it unfold? Will it come together? Could also be going through some changes when it comes to like maybe your work life or things like that. But let's go ahead and see what that's all about. Spirit, why do we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse when it comes to this connection? Why do we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse? The Chariot. Interesting. We have the Chariot clarifying the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm getting something really specific here. But we do have the Temperance card on the bottom of the deck, and I see the Seven of Pentacles kind of popping out here and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there's something very specific about divine timing. Something, I even see the Emperor because that bright red, look at that, Aries energy. Something that maybe you have been waiting for, hoping for, taking your time, processing, something that your universe has been working on as well, could definitely surprise you here in the near future with all these cards kind of looking at me, and they're powerful cards, major arcana. Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus could all be significant there. But I do feel like there is something maybe you have been thinking about, maybe you've been hoping for, but it could take you by surprise because we have the Eight of Pentacles clarified by the Chariot, which to me, as soon as I saw that, I kind of realized what that was all about. You're also willing to move forward. You're also willing to take that step. But this is a patient energy. It's an understanding that, you know, things have to happen in their own way, in their own time. And with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the way this particular Chariot is kind of different from this one, which is like all this movement and going forward. And this one is somebody who's completely ready, but there is sort of like this patience and stillness to it, like completely ready to go. You are willing to go for it. You are willing to put in, you know, also the energy and see where this can go. But I feel like you're not going to push it. You're not going to press it. You're not going to try to force anything. And you're not necessarily going to be the one that initiates this forward movement. At least that's like what you might be feeling like in your day-to-day life right now. In some cases, you could feel like, you know, well, I'm the one that reaches out a lot, and I'm the one that, you know, takes initiative. I am willing to put in the energy. I am willing to see where this can go, but I'm not going to be the one that really, you know, fully initiates it. And it does feel like it's because there are some disappointments that you have faced, like maybe in this connection, maybe in other aspects of your life, but there could even be a part of you that is, you know, not really sure if this is even possible. But the person that you are dealing with or that's connected to you, coming towards you, different for every single one of you, person on your mind, in their daily life has the Lovers. Gemini could be significant, but this can be somebody that is falling for you and falling hard. Now, with this showing up in your daily life, and it's interesting too, if there's somebody that you did used to work with, but you don't work with them now, that's so specific. It's maybe going to be for like one person, who knows? If the two of you no longer work together, they could be feeling like maybe they can take that chance because you don't work together anymore. I know that's like super specific, but I just had to say it because it came into my mind. But with this, somebody that you're connected to, somebody that is coming towards you, is having a realization. And they may have even been like sitting at their desk or at work or doing something, you know. I saw somebody cooking, you know, just because this is the Lovers card showing up in the daily life placement. So it's like the things that are just, you know, routine, the things that we do all the time, the things that we do to get by, you know, that kind of energy. They're just doing, you know, whatever it is they're doing. And all of a sudden, there's this realization. Once again, it's like that light bulb, like it's Aries. It's got to be Aries. And that's the person that I feel like could be my one. It's a very major, very, for me, romantic when it comes to a love reading card in a placement that's a little more, you know, just a little more of a simple placement when it comes to a love reading. But I feel like, you know, everything might have just been going along for this person like normal. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what it is. I don't know if, you know, it was a message you sent, if it was a song they heard or just a thought, but there's just this realization of the significance and the importance of this connection. And now it's like there's no turning back. They've got to find a way to bring this together because they don't want anybody else. In your heart space, you have the Ace of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy could be significant, but you like this person. You are interested in this person. Maybe you don't want to push it, and maybe you face some disappointments and you aren't even really sure how to move forward because maybe, maybe there's things you faced in this connection. Maybe there's things you faced in the past. But whatever the case is, it doesn't change the fact that you're attracted to this person. You're interested in them. You like being around them. There could be really good chemistry here. They could be somebody that's really fun to talk to. And in your heart space, even if there's a side of you that kind of wants to be practical or wants to be sensible or whatever around not really pushing something if you're not sure, you are like ready to go. You are ready, like, and any moment just to, just to talk, to move forward. You're very attracted to them. And I feel like it would just take almost like the simplest thing of just knowing, or this person just letting you know that you would be ready to explore this even more and more. And your person in their heart space has the Page of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces could be significant, but this is flirtation. This is flirtatious messages. This is falling for someone. It is very tentative, which is interesting because in their, what they're thinking overall about the connection and the daily life, we have powerful major arcana. A lot of June energy here too. So June could be significant for some reason for this connection, but, or the number 6 could be specific for someone. But anyway, major arcana cards leading into this. There's been something, like something strong, something significant. There's something about this connection that has really made an impression on this person. When it comes to letting their heart really open up, I feel like it's almost like a careful energy. Like they've had this realization. They're feeling like you could absolutely be the one. But when it comes to opening up their heart, it's like hopeful, it's playful, it's lighthearted with the Page of Cups, but it is like a gentle energy. Like, they're beginning to realize what they feel for you, and there's no denying it. There's no turning back, really. But it does feel like they're kind of taking their time in just opening up their heart and thinking about how to move forward, what to say. There's a vulnerable energy here with the Page of Cups. And like sometimes that Page of Cups, for me, it's butterflies, it's, meeting eyes across a room, it's, flirting with each other, messages, things like that, seeing, I don't know, somebody's picture on social media, or they like your post or whatever, and your heart skips a beat because you're like, oh my goodness, and like little things. It's the little things, but it's the little things you get excited about. And there could definitely be just some little things that are happening between the two of you that is making this person fall for you more and more. Now, your intentions are the Empress. Taurus and Libra energy could be significant, but this is very interesting. For me, the Emperor, the Empress, the Lovers can be a very strong connection. Can be a strong soul connection. Somebody could be dealing with soulmate, twin flame, something like that. Not necessarily, the case, because these are general readings and I like to keep them light and to meet us wherever we're at in any space and a connection. But when the Empress comes in, it can be like a potential lasting connection. And it also, with this being your intentions, feels so positive to me. Interesting that it's sitting right here next to the Lovers too. Two of the most powerful love cards for me when it comes to a reading. Feeling like this person could be the one. You're feeling it, they're feeling it. But recognizing that if you're going to move forward, if this is going to really happen, it's got to be somebody who recognizes you, recognizes everything you are, recognizes your value, and recognizes the potential of everything that the two of you could really have together. I think you could be having some really powerful self-recognition right now, and there's something about that that is making you realize, you deserve a connection with someone who sees you for who you are, likes everything about you. And, not a single one of us is perfect. We all have like our flaws. We all have the little things, but when you really love somebody, you kind of realize that all the things, the little things that kind of make you nuts are also connected to the things that you love most. Like my favorite things about, my boyfriend is how dedicated, determined he is, how stubborn he is. When he like sets his mind on a goal, it's like nothing is gonna stop him. Like he is gonna go for it. One of the things that drives me nuts about him is how stubborn he is. Once he sets his mind on something, there's no changing his mind. And what a workaholic he can be at times. And it's so funny because one day it just clicked, kind of like that aha moment your person had. I'm like, that what drives me crazy is exactly what makes him the man that I want to spend my life with. And there's things like that. There's just those moments of realization, like everything about us, it drives him nuts how worked up I get over things. I'm an Aries, so I'm very passionate, and I'll just have little temper tantrums, nothing major, but if I get to the end of my rope, I'll throw a little fit. I'm very passionate. I'm very expressive. One of his favorite things about me is how passionate I am and how fired up I get about things. And when I want something, how much I'll just like fight for it and take a stand. And it's something that we've even talked about. It's like the things that he loves about me also are the things that drive him nuts. And I feel like sometimes when you get a Lovers and an Empress energy, there is that moment that, the things that I love about this person outweigh anything else that could make me nuts or make me frustrated or whatever. And those little things, it's like they almost make you love them more. And it's almost humorous now because we've known each other for so long, and it's like we know each other's ways, but it's almost humorous now that we just like kind of laugh and we get over things so much quicker. But when a connection is strong and when a connection is meant to come together, and when it really is that person that you feel like you could be with, the big things, and the positive things and what you feel for each other outweighs all those little things. And I feel like that is what's happening here with this Empress energy. You could be having these realizations of how much you value who you are, and how important it is that somebody love you for all the different aspects. And that's what's making you show up in a way to this person that is absolutely undeniable. So their intentions are the Six of Swords. Aquarius energy could be significant, but I said way back at the beginning of this reading that I was feeling like there was this energy of this person wanting to move forward and yet not wanting to cause any conflict, any drama. The Six of Swords is somebody who's wanting to move on to peaceful waters, somebody who's wanting to make peace, somebody who wants to leave behind the stress, the overthinking. If there have been disagreements between the two of you, they don't want to fight, they don't want to have disagreements, they don't want to overthink, and they don't want to stress. They want things to be smooth. They want, smooth sailing, I just heard. But, when it comes to every connection, it's kind of like I'm making fun of myself a little bit when I talk about me and my boyfriend and all our little ups and downs that it's kind of funny. We've gotten so used to them now. But there is drama. There is drama and really so many aspects of life. And I know at times people can be like, oh, I don't want any drama, but real, powerful, lasting love, it is dramatic. Blending your life with someone else when you're two totally different people is dramatic. It is, and there's going to be little conflicts, and there's going to be little things, and we're not always going to agree on things. But I don't know why. I feel like my grandmother must be sitting by me while I'm doing this reading today. Her birthday actually is in a few days, and she's on the other side. But I just got like, you can't make an omelet without breaking any eggs, I keep getting these little like old things that I don't normally think of, but that's exactly what it is. If you want to be with, someone that you really love, you've got to be willing to take a chance and maybe ruffle some feathers. Sometimes there's a connection that makes sense to you, makes sense to the other person, but doesn't make sense to anybody else. And if you're going to be together, it could cause a little drama. You could ruffle some feathers. And yet, ultimately, the people that love you are going to be there. Spirit, why do we have the Six of Swords for what this person's intentions are towards Aries? Why do we have the Six of Swords? Eight of Wands. Okay, I have to show you these cards. We have the Ace of Cups, and look at what is like jumping out of here. The Four of Wands. I do see that the Eight of Pentacles is kind of peeking out, and also the Four of Swords. Libra, Virgo, Aries, and with this Ace of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces could be significant. I feel like this is somebody who in some cases may have been quiet, may have been healing from some things. And gosh, I see the top of the Two of Cups right behind that. I always know these cards so well now. It's hard not to take them into consideration when they're peeking at me. And normally I don't show them to you all. I just take a little glance and take that into mind and, and go on with the reading. But my guides told me to do special extended messages for February, so we're going with it. And this is something I do a lot in personal readings, show you guys those energies. But we have the Four of Swords. If somebody has been quiet here, they have definitely been thinking about you, thinking about this connection, thinking about what the two of you mean to one another. Cancer energy here. And we have the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles all showing up here. I think this is somebody that can't deny their feelings for you with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck. They do want to take this to the next level. They do feel like the two of you could really be a match. And they do want to put in the energy, which is interesting because you have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which is like you're going to take your time. You're not going to push. You're going to just, see what unfolds. This person, I do feel like they do want to put the energy in. Once again, though, it's like they don't want to ruffle any feathers, but we've got the Six of Swords clarified by the Eight of Wands. I feel like this person can't resist you. Sagittarius energy with the Eight of Wands. And this almost feels like a Patreon reading, the way I'm telling so many of my little stories, but it's what I've been guided to do. So I'm just going to keep going with this. But me and my boyfriend, when we first met, neither of us was really in a place that we were looking for a connection. Neither of us was. I was going through a divorce. He hadn't finalized his yet. Neither of us really had space in our life for anything, really serious. But we couldn't stay away from each other. Like, we just couldn't stay away from each other. There was nothing practical. There was nothing sensible. Neither of us was in a place or even had any time. Both of us had kids. Both of us were working a couple jobs. I mean, it was crazy. And we'd end up meeting up in like the middle of the night just to spend a little time with one another. My kids were at my sister's place, and I was working like late into the night. I was working as a waitress till like 2 a.m. at times. And obviously, this was years ago, like 2007. But we'd meet up and we'd go out to eat like in the middle of the night, and I still had to wake up at 6 a.m. and, get my kids on the school bus and all of that. There wasn't any room for a connection at that point in our life, but we couldn't stay away from each other. And I feel like that's what's going on here. With the Six of Swords, like, they don't want to cause any drama. They don't want to overthink. They don't want to ruffle any feathers. But with that being clarified with the Eight of Wands, they can't stay away from you. They can't stop thinking about you. They can't resist you. And they just have to do something. The Eight of Wands could take you by surprise. It could just come out of nowhere, especially since we saw that little Four of Swords kind of peeking out there. If it has been somebody who's been quiet, this is not a quiet energy. This is forward movement. This is, telling somebody how you feel. This can be like talking on the phone all night, or getting together. It can be somebody traveling towards you, but it is somebody wanting to move forward. Now, your potential outcome is the King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. And I had mentioned that maybe you were feeling a little discouraged about something, and it's because I saw this. Now, this cup is really about what's still standing even when you can't see it. And we have a King of Wands. Sagittarius energy could be significant, but this is also Aries and Leo because it's fire, but the kings are the mutable energies. So that's what makes it the Sagittarius. But this is a beautiful match for Aries. This can be your energy, but I really feel like this is somebody taking some initiative, somebody feeling confident, somebody feeling like you could absolutely be the one. This is somebody who, once they decide what it is that they want, they just go for it. And I feel like somebody's set their heart on you, somebody's set their mind on you, and they definitely want to take initiative and tell you how they feel. It could take you by surprise because it is sitting here next to the Five of Cups. I think you have faced some disappointments. There are some things that maybe you were hoping for, maybe you were expecting, maybe there's a reason why you said, you know what, I'm not going to push this. I've just got to, do what I know is best for me. And with this beautiful Empress energy, I've got to nurture myself, even though I'm interested in someone, I'm not going to keep chasing after something that, if it always has to be me or something like that. Obviously, you're all in different places. That's very specific, but there could be some disappointments. There could be some things that just didn't work out the way that you hoped, but that doesn't mean the Two of Cups isn't still standing. Here's this Two of Cups, and the Five of Cups is all about taking your mind off the disappointments and the difficulties and look at what, is here for you. And look what we have right behind this Five of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. There is something that is a potential, a Two of Cups situation, a match, a love, something you deserve, something you want that can turn into a Ten of Cups. But you've got to be ready to look at the potential of it. And with the Ten of Cups being your final card here, Pisces energy could be significant, but you know how we said at the very beginning of the reading, you've got this Nine of Cups energy, something unfolding, something you've been hoping for, something that could feel like a wish come true that is coming together here in February. Well, here we have this beautiful energy of the Ten of Cups, which is more of that Pisces energy. So that's energies of like this month, things coming up, something, that had been maybe disappointing, maybe moving slow, maybe something you weren't really sure about, shifts and changes, and there's good news. It's a wish come true. Somebody takes initiative, maybe when you're least expecting it, and here leads to the potential of a Ten of Cups. I love a Ten of Cups. That's, for me, it's like the energy of like blending your lives together. Like that moment when me and my boyfriend, it took us years, like to realize, what it was that we really wanted. When we finally realized that, we just couldn't resist each other and we had to spend our lives together. And we began to blend our families together, and we began to all like, do those things, take vacations and have fun and, road trips and, part of our family is long distance, but we would pass all the phone around and FaceTime all together. And we began to really blend our lives because we accepted that, this is who we are. This is what we've got to do. And I feel like that's something that could really be happening for you, bringing your life together with someone and somebody that feels right. It's warm. It's, it's happy, it's positive. Interesting for your person, for the potential outcome. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, the way that I'm seeing this, and it can be read in so many different ways, and I will pull a clarifier to make sure. Taurus energy, first of all, could be significant, but I feel like this is the energy connected to the way this Chariot just flew out, and these cards flew out. I had to pick them up from under my desk. The way they flew out is somebody, the Knight of Pentacles, we all know, is the slowest moving knight in the tarot, but it is the knight that always crosses the finish line. But they do take their time. They do plan. They do think things through. We have somebody, I feel like, that doesn't want to go slow anymore. They don't want to waste any time. Maybe they don't know exactly what's going to happen or where it's going to go. And maybe they don't have everything all planned out or figured out, but they can't wait any longer. Sorry, that's my kid texting me. I usually turn that off, but we're going to be going shopping in a little bit. So anyway, interesting though, because I always remember, if you guys watch my my readings, I don't usually have any notifications come through or anything, but I always remember to turn that off. But whenever I get little notifications at certain parts of a reading, I feel like it can be a sign. It can be messages. It can be like your phone is going to ring or ding or whatever. And with it coming up with this Chariot energy upright and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like it's somebody that just can't wait any longer. Maybe they don't have it all sorted out, but they don't want to just be wishing for you. They want to be with you. We have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Four of Pentacles. Nine of Cups, interesting. The whole reading for you started out with the Nine of Cups, and it's one of the final cards for your person. They're also wishing for you, wanting to be with you, feeling like you're a wish come true, feeling happy and good around you, and that this really could be right. And I feel like it is the same person that is showing up, because once again, even though they aren't really sure, I feel like this isn't somebody who is exactly sure how this is going to work or how it's all going to come together. They can't deny the fact that you're the one that they want to be with. You're the person that they're falling for. You're the person that they want to move forward with and, you know, talk to and just make it happen. And they don't want to wait any longer. And they don't want to just be wishing, so they know that they've definitely got to do something or say something. But with the Four of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy could be significant. Pisces with the Nine of Cups. Somebody could have been holding on for quite some time. Now, for some of you, and we're all in different places. Some of you, it's somebody you newly know. Some of you, it's somebody you haven't even met yet. But in some cases, it could be somebody who has been holding on for quite some time, but a little nervous to shake things up. Well, for me, with the Four of Pentacles, it's somebody who's okay with what, you know, with where things are, with what you have. There's something secure. There's something comfortable about it. And it can be somebody who's nervous to ask for more. Ultimately, we want the Ten of Pentacles, which is a happy, lasting connection. We saw it on the bottom of the deck with the beginning of the reading. You want that too. You want it, but sometimes you have to, you know, rock the boat a little bit, shake up the current situation and take a chance that there could be more. And I feel like this person wants to do that. But let's go ahead and see. Spirit, why do we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse? Oh my goodness. Why do we have the Nine of Cups? And why do we have the Four of Pentacles? Why do we have the Four of Pentacles? Okay. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse clarified by the Empress. And that's why they don't want to wait any longer. They don't want to waste any time. The Lovers and the Empress here showing up on the side of your person. They feel that you could be the one. And it's interesting because I feel like that's exactly the energy that you're putting out. There's something about this self-recognition that you're having here about how you feel and what it is you want. It's like causing this person to realize how they feel and what you mean to them and the potential of everything that the two of you can have together. We have the Nine of Cups clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. More Virgo energy could be significant. Taurus and Libra with the Empress here. But this person, I feel like they have been wishing, they have been hoping, then they have been trying to get some things sorted out. With the Four of Pentacles, sometimes that can be somebody who's a little concerned about stability, finance, things like that, maybe getting on their feet after a challenging time. But with the Nine of Pentacles, it is somebody who's found their balance. It is somebody who has found their way. It is somebody who's more confident and more stable. It is somebody who's single, independent, and ready to move forward. And when I say single, it doesn't mean that the two of you aren't connected. It is somebody who is capable of being good on their own, and that's exactly the energy you need before the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody has been sorting some things out. They've been getting, you know, maybe some priorities sorted out, maybe some, you know, finance things sorted out, maybe some stability sorted out, but it's because they want to be with you. And look at this. Clarifying the Four of Pentacles is the Page of Cups. Somebody who has been holding on, and maybe for a long time, but maybe a little nervous about kind of shaking up where you're at to ask for more, is going to take that step. We have the Page of Cups twice here. This is flirtation. This is fun. This is, you know, falling for someone. This can be reaching out, telling you how you feel. Once again, they feel. Once again, testing the waters and seeing if you're also interested, making an offer. And I feel like this person can't deny the way that they feel about you, and they can't, you know, just wait to tell you that that they feel like this could really be something. So I love that. I love this message. I feel like this could have been building up for quite some time, and something that has been building up. I feel like it's going to be revealed here and quite possibly taken to the next level in a way that you might not even be expecting right now. But this person, the Page of Cups, the Empress, and this Eight of Wands here, being in their final cards, they are going to take a step and they are going to take initiative because they feel like you could be the one for them and they don't want to take any chances. They don't want to lose an opportunity. They do want to see this happen. So that is the message I have for you. I do hope that there was a little something for each person that was guided to this reading. If you like the reading, please put a like on it. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would. I love reading all you guys' comments. Right now, I try to keep up and go through and heart everything. But I have been watching them as they like pop up on my phone, but I've been doing so many readings this week. I haven't had a chance to sit down and read them all for my last few messages. So if you have put a comment, I am going to be like going through those. One of my favorite things is Sunday morning. Like my boyfriend likes to sleep in and I just make a big cup of coffee and I read all you guys' comments and it just makes me so happy. So if you feel guided to comment, I'd love to hear from you. And I just appreciate you all so much. If something spoke to you and you'd like a personal reading, my website is in the description box. And if you're interested in bonus content for the new moon, full moon, collective love messages, spontaneous messages throughout the month, my Patreon is also open and that is in the description box. So I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful February and I will talk to you very soon.